Now, also making a lot of news is SB 1162, the pay data reporting and pay scales disclosure in job ads. And this becomes effective January 1st, 2023. So the law addresses really two items. You need to keep these two items separate in your mind. The first one is the pay data reporting, and this only applies to employers with 100 or more employees. The second part of the law is the listing of the pay scales on job advertisements. And this applies to a lot more employers. So just employers with 15 or more employees have to comply with that second part. So talking about the first part, this pay data reporting. So it applies, as I mentioned, to employers with 100 or more employees. This has been a requirement going back. The law was passed in 2020. So employers have had this obligation, large employers, to report the pay data since 2021. And the new law, though, changes a few aspects of this pre-existing requirement for employers. It sets a new deadline as a second Wednesday of May of each year. So calendar that. So here in 2023, the deadline for the pay data reporting is going to be May 10th. And previously, for the last 2 years, it was at the end of March. So we've got a little more time to put these pay data reports together. But the reports do require additional information. It's asking for median and mean hourly rates for combination of how you set out the employees regarding their race, ethnicity, and sex within each job category. And it also requires employers with 100 or more employees hired through contractors to submit a separate report for these contract workers. And it also requires employers to submit different reports for different establishments within the state. So the reporting requirements are a little more stringent. There is, and for employers that have worked through this already, I'm sure you've been at the website for the Civil Rights Department. Some really good information there. They do have FAQs that have been helpful in the past for employers. And the portal to submit this pay data report is through this website as well. They're getting really good about these online submissions in the portal. The FAQs have been good, but they haven't been updated yet for this new law. So just checked recently, and they still have the old law requirements up under the FAQs. So pay attention to this website. It will be updated hopefully sooner than later to see what your obligations for reporting the pay data are going forward. Now, in terms of the second aspect of the law, listing the pay scales on job advertisements, so this applies to employers with 15 or more employees, becomes effective January 1st, 2023. And this changes Labor Code Section 432.3. And that current law requires employers to disclose a pay scale for applicants upon request. So now going forward, though, employers have to include the pay scale for a position on any job posting. And I've got the definition of pay scale set out here as the salary or hourly wage range that the employer reasonably expects to pay for the position. Now, I've talked to a few clients about this, and a lot of clients are already posting this type of information on their job ads regardless, but it is a requirement going forward. And pay attention to, I think the catch here is if you have somebody else posting this information, or you're using some software to post this information on the internet, on job ad sites, make sure that that information's posted. It is your requirement as the employer to have that. And as a reminder too, all employers, regardless of size, must disclose a pay scale to employees upon request, and still must provide the applicants the pay scale upon request too. It doesn't eliminate that obligation.